We just finished watching Cheerleader Massacre 1 and 2. It's all kinds of pain. So, I got Matt, Jenny, his girlfriend, and Cass here. Cass is going to explain it, and so is Matt. I'm going to get my tea and come back to do more of the review later, because they're going to start off this review, because I'm in pain. I did this review once already, and you know what? I got like a little bit of the way through, and I had to stop the thing. So
move for a second, honey, and I have to go take over.
Carefully take over this review.
I'm gonna go take over the
I
review.
have to do the first one.
Here you go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm doing the first one. Okay. The first one is
Cheerleader
about...
Massacre 1, done by the guy who did Hard to Die, and Cheerleader Massacre 2, or I mean, Sorority House Massacre 2, or Hard to Die 1, if you want to go for that. He's in the film, so is his mom. She's a voice. She's the voice. This was... Well, I have to explain the background stuff. Come on.
Alright. Cheerleader Massacre 1 was about a bunch of cheerleaders.
About an hour and a half too long.
A bunch of cheerleaders and two guys that didn't have anything to do with the thing, and some other guy who...
What are we talking about? It was a bunch of mothers. It was
yeah,
really
it was
old.
like a bunch of like really old
The oldest
girls
cheerleaders ever.
supposed to
I think
be
we made
cheerleaders.
reference in the like Sorority House Massacre ones. These are the oldest sorority house girls. These are literally the oldest cheerleaders of all time.
Ever.
Brink Stevens, famous horror actress, was in there somewhere.
Yeah, was it?
She.
Oh yeah, she.
I don't know which one she was. She was in there
She
somewhere.
was in there somewhere. Doesn't really matter.
So it's basically about a bunch of cheerleaders, these two guys, and this van driver. And their van, like, stops, like, it doesn't have fuel anymore. The fuel tank's empty.
It just suddenly runs out of fuel.
Yeah.
So instead of walking, like...
out into the road with the civilization, they walk up in a hill because they think they can get reception in mountains.
It also starts snowing at some point. Suddenly, out of nowhere.
So
there's also a background story. There's a killer going out in the ground.
They find a cabin place and they go in it.
Somebody's there. You just never notice.
And everybody starts dying.
But not before their tits come out.
And they die because everybody at a party spiked one girl's drink, and she made out with another girl that was a lesbian, and she, like, basically, she drove off a train thing and then died, and the girl who was a lesbian thought it was everybody else's fault and wanted to kill everybody.
She wanted all the cheerleaders to reunite in cheerleader heaven.
Yeah. I'm gonna go off camera now.
It was a weird film. I've seen both these films twice now.
So
it was bad. It was again like. Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. They do that every now and again. A lot of breasts, a lot of like very graphic sex scene.
There was one very graphic sex scene which I missed out on.
Yeah, you were like...
I would have got fast forwarded if I was here.
Well, I was over there, like, playing some stuff on my phone.
It wasn't like we were watching this really closely. You didn't have to follow this too far.
No, the effects are really bad, but not near as bad as the second one. The second one is a whole different can of worms.
I gotta get
Buzzy's story.
Three girls are out in the wilderness. Well, two girls are out in the wilderness.
And they run into a girl who's hit her head, and she has amnesia. So they go back to a cabin, just like the girls in the actual film. And then, but first, they go to the door, and there's a man with an axe there. Then they get in the hot tub. There's no connecting, part between the axe thing.
And they go to a Hershey's chocolate syrup.
About 5 bottles of Hershey's chocolate syrup for them to, rub all over their breasts and lick off of each other. Yeah, that's what you do when you find someone who's got amnesia, you know. You introduce them to the new concept
of story has no relevance to anything else in the movie.
Yeah, no, there's nothing
other than show more nudity.
There's not even an ending, horror part to it. There's a subplot of that there's, an escaped killer, running around. He's not the killer. She just explained who the killer was. It means nothing. Except for, ooh, he's still out there thing at the end.
Jim Wynorski really could have done way better than this. I mean,
but
I enjoyed
he could have done. Yes, both of those were good. This film could use some Orville Ketchum.
Yeah.
But you know what else could use some Orville Ketchum? The second film. The
Let's
second film, which all right. So cheerleaders are assembling at a cheerleader camp to get judged on what team is the best. Yeah, is the best. And then they are killed by robots. It is it's technically a slasher film. There is a killer who is commanding the robots. There's like spider robots and mosquito robots and scorpion robots and flying disc robots that kind of remind me of the scene from Jeepers Creepers 2 when they're in the bus and stuff.
If you've seen the 1984 film with Gene Simmons and Tom Selleck called Runaway, it's kind of like that. With much, much worse effects and
everything is like the last film at least had like some like stuff to it except for the horrible like open door scene. But this film, almost all of the deaths are like superimposed blood CG stuff. And it's just awful. It gets literally Looney Tunes at some point. Where the kills are just ridiculous. Whereas the last one had, like, oh, look at this, all this delicious chocolate over my breasts. This one just has, like, 5 to 10 minute, like, I've gotta take a shower scenes. There are more boobs, I believe, in this one than there was in the last one. They make less sense. Everything makes less sense. People getting off by the dozens because they just have to fucking get through with the film because the reasoning is the big thing. Because I guess they needed a good, clear message. Last film was about, I don't know, about lesbians and meeting in cheerleader heaven. Who needs that? No. This one is a feminism movie. This one's about feminism. See, the killer, like in the last one, is the dark-haired outsider girl who disappears for large points in the film, and ends up later looking like freaking Deadshot in a bowler hat.
I actually like that.
The weird. Why did we only see that for a second? She's wearing like a very intricate costume. She only appears on screen for a second. There's also Uncle Fester.
It's literally a really cool film. And it's the only cool thing in the film.
Yeah, she's wearing like a thing, like a coat. She's got like a thing to command her robots. And she reveals that the reason she's killing cheerleaders is because all the wars and famine and destruction and disease and everything on Earth was caused by men. And cheerleaders represent women who cheer for men and are controlled by men. And by killing cheerleaders, you are therefore freeing all other women to uprise against men and take over the Earth.
Feminists are evil. In the first movie, lesbians were evil. This movie, feminists were evil.
I don't even...
There's a really misogynistic slant to these films.
Yeah, it's incredibly misogynistic. Thankfully, this ends identical to the first Spider-Man movie. Shit goes out of control, and the spinny thing, like, cuts her in the bloody thing.
Green Goblin.
Yeah, the Green Goblin glider-like thing cuts her, and she's like, oh, and she falls down and dies. And then we suddenly flash at the last scene to, like, the girl going to her computer, only to find out that I guess she lived and put out a video.
No, she did that video before.
Oh, she did the video before. I don't know. She did the video before telling all other super evil feminists to command their own... I hope they have... I guess they have their own robotic army to take over the Earth.
This was just this cheerleader thing.
This was phase one, and
they buffied them at the end.
Yeah, they really did.
Female empowerment.
Yeah, but it was really like, you were supposed to take this very seriously. This was a huge deal, but it was just so... Both films are really boring. That should be addressed. Both films are ungodly boring.
These movies had a ton of deaths. Girls that naked almost all throughout the film. Some that are actually attractive.
The second film spends a lot of time trying to make you like the main character.
Which was pretty much an unlikable actress.
Yeah.
The movies are horrible. Actually, in the first one, the star was Charity Raymer, who does a few of these horror movies, and actually played the role of Carrie Brady on Days of Our Lives. Blink and you miss her because she was taken off the show so fast.
Man, oh man, they were bad though.
For bad movies, and we enjoy bad movies. We really enjoy bad movies. These were boring. I mean,
the deaths were bad in the second one, especially.
I kind of wanted to fast forward through, but I didn't because I thought there'd be something hilariously fun in this. But I can't even recommend this on a hilarious note.
Yeah, well, the first one's better. The second one is just boring, and the kills aren't very original. It's all robot stuff. So a girl gets electrocuted. Like, there's a part where like a explosion of razors appear, and a girl's trapped in like a razor wire thing, and
I guess
it's
for
just
that
awful
little thing, maybe it's worth a watch for the robot-y stuff. Maybe.
Well, you'd think, but it's not interesting enough to like. Oh, look, robots killing cheerleaders. This is at least an interesting concept, but it's not even that interesting. It's just, like a lot of them are just like spider robots that go like and it's dead.
If you've seen the movie Runaway, you'll see.
Yeah,
you gotta see it.
It's better than this.
It's a lot better than this. Gene Simmons killer.
Oh.
But no, this is
This is not good.
What do you give this film?
It's a 2 out of like
for the first and second.
For the first one I will give a 6 because it had like fun scenes and like you can at least enjoy.
The first one was bad. Adds some enjoyment to the badness. Like
some of the acting's like hilarious.
So bad, and that you just.
What is this, a joke?
Yeah.
It's just awful. But it's funny awful.
So yeah, I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6.5 for horribleness, and you got to see it for that one.
Yeah.
Which one had the girl reaction shot? The 2 girl reaction shot.
Which one was that?
The second one.
The one where it had the like.
The 2 girls do this.
Oh, that was the first one.
First one is excellent.
See it for that reaction shot when the guy says, gets the gun. I think I should go. No, you shouldn't. And the other girl's like, yes, we gotta go. And the girls both give the guy a reaction at the time.
It's pretty bad.
Can you do the face, guys?
I don't know.
Want to try? No, something like that actually.
It was something like that.
Like she was like right here, and she was kind of giving this like super serious face, like.
When the other girl, anyway.
It was. That one was
see it for that. Yes, see the
second one though. Oh my God! Just don't even attempt to watch it. It's not good.
No, yes, watch it. It is painful.
It's really
painful. It is painful, but you know what?
It's a marathon watch.
If you're a fan of horror and B movies,
go watch the freaking Sorority House Massacre film if you're a fan
of
that.
No, watch Slumber Party Massacre films.
And
then when you got those watch
Sorority House.
Watch Sorority House Massacre. And then watch Cheerleader Massacre.
But first stab yourself.
You should also know that
because that's a better option.
Cheerleader Massacre at one point I think was originally supposed to be the first one. It was supposed to be Summer Party Massacre 4.
Really?
That's what I heard. Yeah.
That's not good.
So if you're a Slumber Party Massacre fan, the first Cheerleader Massacre, which is a slasher film, was originally supposed to be called Slumber Party Massacre 4.
That's pretty bad.
And with this. My tea is over there and it's beckoning me, and this video has taken up a lot of time for such horrible, horrible films. You guys did a great job. Thanks for getting me through this pain.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching, guys, because right now for me it's time for tea.
Stage 1 is complete.